Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We're looking at Bitcoin on a daily time frame, and as you can see, a little bit of resistance is where we're fighting right now. Yesterday's daily close was great. We came right into our resistance, found a little bit of pullback. I've been saying for days and days and days, if we can't close above 17,000, more than likely we will open the new candle and roll on over. That looks like it's an effect, confirming also, even though we got two drives of bull div, we're finding resistance at the middle of the RSI and pulling back a little bit. Now, one thing I want to make clear, this does not mean we are 100% destined for downside. No, this means that we have an opportunity to find some support and then continue back on our path to the top side. Ideally, we don't want to close under 16,600 to 16,400. That is that golden pocket area, 16.5 to 16.4. As long as we are closing daily above it, it is looking like we can find some sideways support and then attempt again to break that high. If we are actually closing daily under that level, we are going to be looking for much lower levels, such as 15.8 to 15.5. The warning will be given to you if you start closing 4 hours underneath that level, okay? 4 hour candles under 16.5, you have a warning that, hey, downside is likely. The second we close a 4 hour candle above 17,200, you can say, hey, the probability of us testing it to 17.6 and higher is there. So that is Bitcoin for you on a daily. Right now, volume is slowly going to nothing as we were going into our resistance. We got that pull back. Now we have to see, hey, can volume die down again for a little bit of a buy to bring it up? Keep in mind, this week is the last trading week of like the year almost. Well, at least before Christmas, this Friday when we close, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Monday is the day that we're observing Christmas. Should be basically little to no volume, and since it's the end of the year, a lot of the big boys in these institutions, they take off around Christmas and they don't really come back until New Year, January 3rd. So we should be prepared for like a good 2 weeks of very low volume scenarios. You might get flighty floaty action. You might get random wicks. If any bad news comes out during this time, you could even get another capitulation event. Just get ready. As I said this yesterday, I took a long on BNB and I actually closed that in about 20-30% profit this morning, ironically. So yeah, I am on scalp mode. I am just trying to play the range. So yeah, let me go to a 4 hour. Let's take a peek. So on the 4 hour, as we're hitting our little bit of a resistance, looking like we're finding a little bit of support trying to flag up, but we are basically hitting our midline RSI and volume coming to a dwindling zero. So I don't want to say that, hey, we can't poke up. It's possible we can poke up to like 17.1, 17.2, I said, but around there, I'm looking for resistance to just roll on over. It's not until we close a 4 hour candle above 17.2 that I'm looking for higher, such as like 17.6 to 17.8. So just keep that in mind. Right now, we are gearing up for a poke up due to the fact that it's 7 o'clock in the morning right now. We have about 2-3 hours before U.S. markets open, so scalp long is not a bad idea. Even I am thinking about getting on my phone and taking a little bit of a long over here. I'll do that after the video. Going now, let's go quickly look at the daily on ETH. And daily on ETH is doing similar to what Bitcoin is doing, but we did get the red EMA cross down, showing resistance is here. We went and poked into it, pushed back. Next candle is finding resistance. RSI is looking weak as well, like it just touched into resistance and is trying to pull back. Not the most ideal scenario for what we want to see today. Ideally, we want daily to close above 1230. If that can happen, we can look for some sideways and up into the 1280 area. But if we can't close a 4 hour above 1230 and we keep going sideways here, since we're under the EMAs and RSI, it is a possibility that we'll get a bearish engulfing candle here on the daily where it goes straight back down to where we broke back up. The best case scenario would be finding support around 1200. 1190. If we lose 1190 on a 4 hour time frame, you guys should be considering looking for the low at like 1150, but then all the way at like 1080 scenario. If we close a 4 hour candle above 1230, you can look for the next level of resistance around 1280. And then if we claim that, you can look for 1350 level by level. But right now, this is not set up for higher. This is looking for sideways and some downside. So be prepared for that. Looking at a 4 hour time frame, confirming the same thing, but ooh, that actually looks different. On a 4 hour time frame, this is gearing up for that higher poke. So maybe we get to like 1250 area, but until we can close 4 hours above 1250, I'm still looking for that sideways and down. This just looks like it's trying to set up a little bit of a distribution. So it can come back there, come back down, and then roll on over at the end of the day. So keep that in mind. If we hit the 200 and RSI is getting near the top, I'm definitely going to take a short. So I'm going to wait for this to come into this area for short around 1250 on ETH. I think I already have a limit set there, so never mind. And I have a long set like around 1180, 1190. So whichever side wants to tap first, I will jump on the train at that level and then I will ride it to wherever the conductor of price wants to push it. That's basically it for ETH. I don't have anything to say other than, we are going sideways here and we were floating up with this bull div. Bull div already played out. Now we're in the middle of resistance, looking for that one last poke up to like 1230 to 1250. We're about to do that. And then after that, I'm looking for the next 4 hour candle, like around lunchtime, to probably start its retrace. So we will watch this a little bit later and see how that goes. Let's go a daily on Dixie. If we can close a daily above 1230 today, then we can look for higher on ETH. If we close anything under 1230, it's going to be cementing a doji for that retrace down. Just be prepared for today's close. Dixie. Dixie. Okay, so Dixie once again already did the death cross on the daily, yellow over the 200. All the price action coming into this level is probably going to be a push back off. Even though we got great bullish divergence, more than likely we'll come into this 21 and reject. And that is around 105 if we get there. I have my alert at 104.82, meaning like if we break above the like low of yesterday, I'm going to be looking for the dump to continue because as this pokes up to test into this 21, all the other assets are going to get a little bit of a pullback. And then once it hits this level and we do another retrace, that's probably when we'll get a little bit of a reprieve bounce on crypto. Um, on a daily, this looks like it wants to go lower. And today's daily close, if we can get a daily close where it's at, it's going to cement a bear div. So I'm waiting to see this close, and then we can follow up and see what other assets are doing. But I mean, you can see what it's doing, and take that for your own analysis. I can even turn on my indicators. I'm at my drawings. There you go. So what we were looking for with this inverse head and shoulder is kind of basically there. That's kind of why we got these bull divs coming in. So this was the last low here, and this is the new low here. So you got this bullish divergence coming in. If this doesn't, I mean, even if it plays out, it's going to the 21. It's not going higher. Like even if it goes to 104.50, that's like as good as that divergence is, and then you can find resistance and try to come back and sweep it. It's only if we close above 105 on a 4 hour open and close that I'm looking for that 200 to tap at like 106. And if this does go up like that, you're gonna see some crazy, crazy downside action on crypto and the stock market into the new year, which is not what we want to see. So keep that in mind. This 103, 104 level was very good target, and it hit dead on. So I mean, I'm looking for that lower level, but if it consolidates over here and rides on up, I'm not gonna be disappointed. Ideally, you guys already know my realistic scenario on this asset is way up there, and this all we did right now is just sit on support, confirm it. I mean, I'm looking for a retest into 106, 107, and if we get that rejection there, I'm still gonna be looking for an accumulation formation on the top of this channel. So yeah, guys, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Dixie is just in a pullback. I'm not bearish on this. I'm just looking for this to get accumulated and ride on up to the fucking stars because this asset is almost done retracing to the downside. And when it reverses, you, your mom, your dad, the fucking world is gonna feel the pain to all their assets going to the downside as this rallies to the moon. So yeah, hopefully this comes to this 106, rejects, and then comes much lower. And if it comes much lower, then we'll be able to gain much more upside on our equities and kind of like this kind of situation. But we did not test the 200 yet. So we're close to testing the 200. If we don't test it, it can rally back up here, test into 106, and then right on down. So there you go. This down from here. Low. So, I mean, it doesn't need to happen right away, but something of this nature is very, very logical and likely to me. So, I'm just going to keep that there for future. That I'm pretty sure either we get it here or we're going to go down to the next level, and that's fine as well. So, I'll keep this here and we'll follow up about it. All right, guys. Aside from that, I will get on the live stream in about an hour or two so we can look at the markets together before I get to work. If you guys have any questions or concerns before that, please feel free to share and we'll discuss it in the live stream. If you have not already, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys can hit the like button, the subscribe button, press the bell button for notifications if you haven't already so you get updates as soon as I drop them. And then, if anyone is interested in trading with us live, please feel free to join us on our Discord server. It is the link for the server is in the description of this video below. So please feel free to join there. And yeah, like I said, please be careful trading. We're in like a low environment scenario right now, so a lot of shenanigans can occur. I don't want you to lose your Christmas shopping money before that happens. So please be careful, low leverage. Don't get too cute with stuff because uh, there's no one really there to do your support. So don't get into trades that are not against your position and just keep riding it, assuming that you can DCA into it and recover. That's not the way to trade. So please be careful. All right, guys, have a great day. Trade carefully, and I will see you soon. Adios.